So how you feel? Mhm. Yeah. Everybody alert, everybody aware. Anyway, I'm about to go live on that. All right, man. All right, man. What up, y'all? It's Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for single parents and entrepreneurs across the globe. Across across the entire globe. Audio. Right. Yeah, man. We talking about relapse today. So it's been a while. It's been a while since we spoke on this no weed zone, since we spoke on this sobriety and stuff. It has been a while. And so that relapse shit is real, man. You gotta in order for you to not be you're always gonna be tempted. Temptation's always gonna be there. In order for you to not submit to that temptation, you have to be on a diet. And first part of the word diet is die. So something in you has to die. Something in you has to no longer exist because two things can't occupy the same space at once. So that means that if you want to replace or if you want to change something, then something has to be removed. So eventually your desire to do these things that you're trying to detox from or you're trying to stop doing will dissipate, but not until you get over the initial temptation of going right back to something after being you can't even look at it like deprivation after not indulging in something for so long. So I stopped smoking bud, right? I stopped smoking weed and then I relapsed. What does that mean? That means I started smoking weed again. So I'm doing this video to let y'all know what I learned from the experience so that if you're trying to do the same thing, you won't make the same mistake. You won't make the same mistakes. Get excited. A diet for success means a diet for success means the first thing you want to do is really separate yourself, like wholeheartedly separate yourself, not just so the difference is if I say I'm not smoking no more, then I just said I'm not smoking no more. But if I throw away all my lighters, if I take my grinders and put them all in the trash, if I delete all of my weed plugs numbers, you know what I'm saying? If I publicly announce that I'm no longer indulging, all of those things, all of those things will help you perpetuate that person that you want to become, that sober person that you want to become. You know what I'm saying? All of these things. Another thing that you can do to not relapse is to make sure Another thing to do when you want to relapse and you really want to, I mean, when you don't want to relapse and you really want to stop, you really want to leave something alone, you got to get it all the way out your system. And when I say get it all the way out your system, I mean, you got to be so busy. You have to be so um, worried about something else. You have to be so that that works too. You need to be so separated from that free time that you had to do that that you don't have time to do that. You need to throw yourself into something else. So you have to dive into all right. So normally when people have addictions, right? They normally replace them with other addictions. When you are you ever seen like a heroin addict, they normally give them Suboxone or they normally give them another drug that they claim is less harmful or whatever. They normally give them something that is going to replace their addiction. People use things like working out. People use things like a hobby, going to the gun range, playing golf, basketball, lifting weights. All of those types of activities are things that you can also be addicted to. Some people cope with negative things, like instead of me drinking every day, now I'm gonna just smoke cigarettes so that way, or instead of me smoking weed, I'm gonna quit the weed, right? But now I'm smoking cigarettes like 5 times a day. So you see what I'm saying? So you can use that to your advantage. The fact that you know a good way to end your addiction is to just transfer it to another thing. So transferring it to another thing, you got to be careful with because, like I said, it can go from bad to worse, or it can go from bad to bad. You want to transfer your addiction from something negative to something else that's positive. You want to go from smoking to doing Tai Chi. You know what I'm saying? You want to go from smoking to doing yoga every morning or something like that. Now I'm doing both. Now I'm doing both. And my relapse was a choice. It wasn't even a like, I can't take it anymore type John. It was an actual conscious choice. I just did a video about not smoking weed that day. Get excited. But that's the thing, man. You gotta deal with the facts. You have to deal with the facts and understand that understand that this shit is not nobody else's fault but yours. You gotta understand that whatever's going on is your doing. You know what I mean? And um how to not relapse, bro, you really just gotta be you really gotta be consciously focused on the goal. You have to keep your eye on the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't get distracted by the stuff inside of the tunnel. Because listen, potheads, this is what we do. We get upset or angry about something or stressed about something. That's a reason to smoke. We happy about something because something good just happened. That's also a reason to smoke. So it's not about uh, traumatic stress or something going on. You're going to smoke whether you're happy or you're sad. As a pothead, that's what you're going to do. You're going to smoke when you wake up. You're going to smoke before you go to bed. And with me, I'm gonna smoke like 17 times a day. You feel me? Nigga want to smoke like Snoop. But the thing what I was saying was, you want to replace that with something positive. You want to replace that addiction with a positive addiction. So instead of you know what I mean, instead of overindulging in negative things, overindulge in something that's good for you. Sit down and read some shit that's good for you. You know what I'm saying? Think about changing other habits because this is how you spiral out of control with it, right? This is the key to not relapsing right here. The way you spiral out of control is the first thing is all right, I'm gonna do this, right? And it don't even gotta be what you was abstaining from. It could be something different. It's a slippery slope. Once you let one thing go, you're gonna let a bunch of other things go. I had a cigarette, and then after that, I was like, man, I'm only smoking this cigarette because I'm drinking right now. And then that led to, well, damn, it is the end of November. I am about to, you dig? So then it led to, well, I'm gonna just smoke this one time. just this one time. And then it was this the last this the last eighth. I'm gonna grab this last eighth. That's it. It's just gonna be this last eighth. And then that shit 3/8 later turned into damn, I'm still fucking smoking. So you get the guilt behind it, you get the all that shit behind it. But my point was you're not doing it because somebody making you do it. You're not doing it because somebody got a gun to your head. You're doing it because you want to do it. You're doing it because you feeding into that flesh, not that spirit. You're doing it because you are addicted to the feeling. You're doing it because it's a habit. And none of those reasons are a good reason why you should continue to do that, man. You shouldn't continue to harm yourself if you know it's harming. You feel me? And I had a really good point, but I definitely digressed from it. See if I can remember. Go back a bit. But the biggest thing that you want to get from this video is that you have the power. The power is in the palm of your hand. You are in control. You are in control. So you can take that anger, that sadness, that happiness, all of those feelings that you use as an excuse to get high. You can use those as an excuse to not get high. Think about it. Think about it. It's not about your why factor being big or about you having a consequence behind doing it or anything of that sort. It's really just about how you feel about yourself at the end of the day. And if you know that you're going to be high, but then you're going to be mad or sad that you got high, don't even do it. Don't even do it. In other news, the self-publishing masterclass is December the 12th at 12:12. I hope to see you there in attendance. Everyone that will be there. We're going to go live on Facebook. It's going to be broadcast from StreamYard the same way I'm doing this. So you'll see the link before it happens. I'll put the link in the group. But the self-publishing masterclass does begin at 12:12 p.m. on December the 12th. That is a Saturday. Have your pen and pad ready. Everything that'll be included in that. Hold up. I'm going to give you the list right now. Right now. And right there too. Number at the bottom. Text free game to that number at the bottom right there, by the way. Get excited. So everything that'll be included in that self-publishing masterclass is as follows. The first part of the self-publishing masterclass on December the 12th is going to be what's your why. In this section, we're going to figure out, determining your why or your destination is going to give you a clear vision on your correct path to it. So this is the part where we discover your subject matter. For those authors out there, those aspiring authors out there, and for those people that don't really know what they want to do. Writing a book is the quickest way to generational wealth. You write a book today, the book's going to be around well after you're gone. Your kids will be able to benefit from what you did today. Get excited, excuse me. You already know. The second section is called creative writing. So this is where we learn to compose the book in the most efficient way, the most time efficient way. Editing and formatting is the third section. That's when we figure out the best size for your specific book and why. And then publishing and printing. This is how you get copies. and how to self-publish at your own pace. After that, of course, comes the revenue. These are 3 ways to sell your book online. And this is how to make $100 per day off of your book in the first 30 days of being a published author. So, text free game to that number below. And you'll get on the list. Not the list for the self-publishing masterclass, but the list. You'll be able to join the merch mob with that that text there. And joining the merch mob, that ain't nothing but the merch mob is an elite group of supporters. It's an elite group of supporters, man. And in that group, there's exclusive access to all that Merch Life Industries has to offer before the streets even hear about it. So join now for all your free stuff, man. You get a free gift today too if you text that number. Shan, I already see you in the group, so I'm gonna take care of you right after this live. Get excited, Shan, with the plan. But all right, guys, podcast today, man. We're gonna be talking about astrology. It's at 5:55 Standard Time. We're gonna be talking about astrology, and we got a surprise guest coming through. A surprise guest coming through. You already know. Get excited about that. Yeah. But I'll see you soon, man. Get excited, man.